Hello and welcome to another episode of Jakey Juice. Today's episode, we'll be making juice out of a cantaloupe melon, zucchini, and limes. Now, this juice has potential to be a very tasty and healthy juice. It also has potential to just be a bunch of green stuff in a cup. So, come along with me on that journey. And let's make some juice, shall we? Now then, in this episode, we're going to be taking a step back and actually showing both the processing and juicing of each individual fruit. With the cantaloupe, it's important to get the seeds out. Because as I've said it once, I've said a million times, gourds are cool, but you can't eat the seeds. Well, you can't juice the seeds. And this blender is worth more than my life. So I have to protect it at all costs. Think of this as a reverse pumpkin, where instead of the outside being orange and the inside being gross, in this one, the outside is green and the inside is orange. And we all know what color green means. Green means yuck. The cantaloupe evolved this specific patterned rind so its predators would mistake it for a rock, which is why in some places they're called rock melons. While the native home range of the cantaloupe is unknown, it is highly speculated to be somewhere. Now, this zucchini, while being quite large, we must remember that just because something is large does not necessarily mean that it is wonderful. Sometimes, big things hide deep secrets, like the Titanic. The Titanic wasn't so big, it could have easily moved around that iceberg. I'm just saying, it kind of seems like a skill issue. However, this guy, as you can see by looking at these seeds, it's thick all the way through. All this is good. This is a wonderful little guy. He did excellent. He did such a good job. That plant's cool as heck. I guess I'll just put it in here. You may be thinking, hey, this is a lot of fruit to be juicing. You're gonna end up with like way more than 1 cup of juice. And then I say, yeah, I am. That's really cool, isn't it? How like, you can just turn things into a liquid. It's rad. This isn't working very well. Now, while I've used oranges, lemons, and grapefruits in the past, I don't think I've ever held a lime before in my life until today. And let's just say they're not peeling the best. So I just ran out to Home Depot and I got myself this little funky little contraption.
And we're gonna hope that this makes it a little bit better. And I know you're supposed to use a half, but I already quartered this one, so I guess we're just gonna really just massacre these guys. Really just get it all out of there. It's a really good thing I decided to buy 9 of these. Now that gets all the pulp out of there. I don't really want pulp, but I mean, if I can't peel them the normal way, this is going to be the best I can do. It's a fair amount of juice. Pretty good amount, if I had to say so myself. I guess I'll just tap the pulp. Alright, so we're just going to repeat this 7 more times, and then now I will try my best to get the chunks, the pulp, separated from the rest of the juice.
Hello, and welcome to a new segment called The Sum of Our Parts. I guess that works, yeah, I just made that up. So what I've done, as you probably saw, is I juiced each fruit and put them into their own separate containers. I left this one in the standard juicer. This way, I can taste each part individually, figure out the taste, and then when I mix them all together, I can see which one is overpowering the others if one gets lost. So it's not like the usual where I drink it and I'm just like, ah, this tastes like juice. I can actually be like, wow, the lime actually stuck through. Or there was no cantaloupe in there because look at how much less cantaloupe there is than both of the others. But let's get into it. I've got my iconic sipping ladle here. And I guess I'll just go in order, because I don't see a better way to do this. That's honestly pretty good. I see why people just eat lime slices now. It's a little sour, but it's very sweet. Yeah. Now the zucchini's got a good bit of foam on top, as most vegetables do. Oh. I mean, I don't like it, but it's not terrible. It's got a very unique taste. That's interesting. Okay, I'm back. I've rinsed off the spoon. Let's... Yep. Tastes exactly like cantaloupe. Okay. Now then, time to mix them together. Now then. Which one should I do first? Should I go from lowest to highest or highest to lowest? I suppose I'll do it in highest to lowest. I think that makes sense. My iconic stirring spoon. Now then, let's have a drink, shall we? This is exhilarating. There's no way I can drink all this today. Whether it's good or bad, it's gonna be hanging out in that fridge. And I'm just gonna steal a little ladle for it. This is gonna be rad. I'm getting a lot of lime from this. I'm getting a good amount of lime. I'm hoping that the acidity of the lime breaks down the vegetable-ness of the zucchini, and that the two of them mix together, and the subtle sweetness of the cantaloupe stays. Now, most likely what this is going to be is it's going to taste like zucchini and be really sour, which that's not going to be very good. That's not going to taste very good at all. But it smells like lime, so hopefully lime overpowered everything. Cheers to a new year. Wow. That's really quite refreshing, honestly. That's really good. It's sour. Don't get me wrong, it's very sour. But it's not as overwhelmingly sour as it was. You can hardly taste the zucchini at all. and I'm afraid the cantaloupe did get lost. This is basically just slightly watered down lime juice, but with all the nutritional benefits of zucchini. Oh. Whew. It's got a sour kick, but then just goes away. This is really quite interesting. It's really quite good. It's really good. It's tart. It's very tart. That's about it, though, honestly. I guess I should probably... The cantaloupe produced the least amount of juice, which I guess makes sense. In my initial planning for this, I was thinking, oh, a cantaloupe's a melon. It will surely have the most juice. But as we saw, the volume of limes that I used and the size of the zucchini really did seem to overpower. Every now and again, some of it just stays in your mouth and just gets you. But other than that, it's really quite good. I did put some ice in it to cool it down. I left it in the ice box while I was preparing the others. So it is pretty cool, honestly. I don't know if I'm going to make this again, to be honest. I'm gonna have to scale down the limes and scale up the cantaloupe. But I don't know if I'll use zucchini again. It's kind of lost. It's a little bland. It doesn't taste good on its own, but luckily it's not in here at all. So this is a good stepping stone for me finding the ultimate juice. I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 10. It's not bad, but it's nothing to write home about. If I was given this as a drink, like if this was a Capri Sun, I drank it, I'd be like, wow, this is a little sour, but it still tastes good, you know? So yeah. 6 out of 10. Did I say 5 out of 10? I think I said 5 out of 10. Yeah, it's a 5 out of 10. Well, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care now.